Hi friends, welcome to the Spring Boot Microservices Development course. In this lecture, I am going through HTTP status codes. HTTP status codes we have one for informational, two for success, three for redirection, four for client error, five for server error, internal server error. 1x like all informational messages will be present, status codes will be present in 1x. 2x we will return success messages, success status codes, 3 for redirection status codes, 4 for client error, 5 for internal server errors. If you wanted to give any information message back to the consumer, we can use http status codes as 1xx. And for success, if we are sending the success message successfully, sending some data to the consumer, then we can use 2x x data score. If we are redirecting to some other place, then we can use 3xx data. Client error for 4xx. If there is a validation error or authentication error, authorization error, we can use 4x code. Internal server error, we can use internal server error for 5xx data score. If there is a backend failure happened, some exception got, some db is down, in those scenarios we can use 5xx data scores. We'll go through the we'll implement those http status codes in upcoming lectures. And REST supports http methods. In the last lecture we have discussed REST support http REST supports http methods. REST uses all the http principles, http standards. REST uses http standards to send the data, to get the data. REST uses http. HTTP methods are: get is used for get the data, post is used to post the data, put is used to update the data, delete is used to delete the data. Okay. Resource. Resource are the basic building blocks of a REST service, which means resource is very important in RESTful web services. Examples of a resource. Suppose we are developing an online bookstore application. In that, book is the resource and customer is the resource, user is the resource, address is the resource, comments is a resource. All these are the resources. To get a book, we can use get method. To update the book, we can use put method. To get create a book, we can use post method. To update a book, we can use put method. To delete a book, we can use delete method. HTTP method we can use. Resources are addressed by URLs, which means resources can be identified or located using URL, uniform resource locator. Using uniform resource locator, we can identify resources. On resources, we can perform operations. And operations are get, creating, deleting, updating, modifying. All we can perform operations through HTTP methods. Resources can have multiple representation, which means resources can have more than one representation. Like we can return the resource in JSON format, we can return the resource in XML format, we can return in XML format, HTML format, files format also. Means book we can return in JSON format, HTML format, book details I am talking about, and XML format also we can set. Rest support any of the representation. Next, HTTP methods. Post. Suppose in online bookstore you wanted to create, you can use books method. To get books method with slash books we can use. To get a particular book we can use get HTTP method with slash book slash one. For updating we can use book slash one method we can use. To delete a book, particular book, Books ID will use books ID is 1. This ID book will be deleted. Patch is for partial update. If you wanted to do some partial update, we can use book slash 1. Rest versus soap. Rest versus soap. We cannot compare apples and oranges. It's not apple to apple comparison. It's apple to orange comparison. Request and response format. REST supports any format, whereas SOAP support only XML format. There is no strict request format or response format. In SOAP, it is XML, REST, XML, JSON, text files, HTML files, anything can be supported. But mostly used format is JSON format. Service definition. REST have WSDL, web service schema definition language. Whereas soap we have Waddle and we have Swagger, and Waddle is not that much mostly used. Swagger, most of the people are using Swagger documentation. In this course, I will go through Swagger document. I will show you how to create the Swagger document. And transport mode. Transport mode SOAP supports SOAP protocol, and whereas REST supports HTTP protocol. And it is easy to implementation web services using REST. Whereas SOAP, we have to follow certain principles. We have gone through SOAP has envelope and SOAP has header and SOAP has body, and it is XML. Parsing XML is bit costlier than other format like JSON format. I have completed this lecture. Next lecture we will go through the implementation. Till now we have discussed about theory, and from next lecture onwards we will start implementing. Thank you guys.